Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here. So today's story time. Boy, do I have a story time for you, okay? I hope you enjoy this. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So today's story time takes place when I was 16 years old, okay? Now, 16-year-old me, I was pretty naive. I was pretty stubborn, pretty stupid, okay? There's a lot of words I could use to describe myself, but I was being a pretty stupid person on this day, okay? Me and my friends got together and we thought it'd be a good idea to go to the park on a bench and smoke weed there. It was a Friday night, and me and my friends thought that was a good idea to celebrate the weekend, I guess. And we were so stupid that we didn't even go in like the middle of the night when nobody was there. We went at like 8 o'clock when everyone was there walking around. So within like 5-10 minutes of us being there smoking, a couple people walked by and didn't really give us any look or like any attention or anything. So I wasn't too worried. But right at the end of our session, someone walked by with their boyfriend who could have been anybody else and it would have been fine, but it just had to be this one person. So this lady walks by with her boyfriend, and I kind of like look at her and then I look back down because I didn't want to like make awkward eye contact. But then my brain was like, wait a minute, you know that face, look back up. And I look back up and she just stopped walking and was just staring at me in my eyes, like into my soul. And I'm looking at her and then it clicks in my head, holy fuck, that's my study hall teacher. And she's just staring at me. And like, it wasn't an old study hall teacher. It was a current teacher. It was a teacher I was going to see next week. So I was pretty fucking scared when I looked up and saw her staring at me with a blunt in my hand. You know, it wasn't really the best time to meet my study hall teacher outside of school. So me and her are just making awkward eye contact. And then my friend goes, "Can I help you, lady?" And then I was like, oh, no, dude, why'd you say that? And she just looks at him, looks back at me, and then looks at her boyfriend, who's also staring at us, and just grabs his hand and starts walking away with her boyfriend. And I look at my friend, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? He's like, what? She was staring at you. It was weird. I'm like, dude, that's my fucking study hall teacher. He's like, oh my, dude, I knew she looked familiar. She works at our school. I'm like, yeah, and I have study hall with her. You don't. So she's going to see me next week. He's like, shit, dude, I'm sorry. And my other friend is just laughing throughout all of this. Like, he's not even adding anything to the conversation. He's just laughing at me and my friend going back and forth. So me and my friends finish up smoking pretty much immediately after that because we were just over it at that point. So I text another friend of mine and I'm like, yo, can you come pick me and my homies up and drop them off? And then like we'll hang out for a little bit because I'm just stressed. He's like, yeah, for sure. So my homie comes, picks all of us up. We tell him about what happened. He laughs. He's like, shit, man, you got study hall Monday? And I was like, oh, shit, let me check. So I open my phone, I check my schedule, and of course, on Monday, third period, I had study hall, which means she was probably going to see me and immediately pull me aside and be like, Austin, why were you smoking pot? And fast forward to Monday, I wake up early as fuck in the morning, terrified of going to school because I just knew what was ahead of me. And I get through my first two classes, and then my third class comes along, which was study hall. And it wasn't going to be like a normal study hall. I just knew it because usually I would go into study hall, sit at my table with my friends, play games on my phone, listen to music. But I knew this time it was going to be a little bit different. So I walk into study hall, and she's just standing at her desk waiting for me to walk in. And the minute I walked into that room, she goes, hey, Austin, can I talk to you out in the hallway for a second? And in my head, I'm just like, fuck, here we go. And I say, yeah, of course. So I follow her out into the hallway, and she goes, you know what this is about, don't you? And I was like, yeah, I have a pretty good idea. And she goes, yeah, it's about your grades. And when she said that, I was so relieved and like confused. I just said, oh, that's great. And she goes, it's great? I'm like, no, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, your grades are slipping and you're like a really smart kid and I know you are. You just got to really, really apply yourself and try harder. Can you do that for me? And I was like, yeah, of course I can do that for you. And in my head, I'm just screaming to myself, like, yes, she didn't know it was me. I'm going to get away with it. And then she said the words that I was hoping to not hear. She goes, oh, and also. And when she said that, I could just tell from the tone in her voice, I was fucked. I was like, what? She goes, I saw you at the park the other day with your friends, and I'm sure you saw me. And I was like, yeah, I saw you. And she's like, come on, Austin. Like, I know you're smarter than that. Don't hang out with people that are bad influences on you. Please don't do that again. And I was just like, okay, I won't. And she's like, all right, good. You can go in the classroom now. And I was like, wait, that's it? She's like, yeah. I was like, you're not going to call my mom or like the principal or anything? And she's like, no, why would I? You didn't do it on school grounds. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, all right, just go back in the classroom and be good from now on and I won't ever bother you again. I was like, all right, cool. So I went back into the classroom and me and her actually talked about my grades a little bit after that. And I just went about my day after that class. And I was pretty much good. I was like, damn, like that went really, really well, surprisingly. I thought she was about to call my parents and like get me in a shit ton of trouble. But you know what the funniest thing about the whole story time is? That next summer, I was sitting on the same bench in the same park with the same friends smoking again. And she walked by and saw us with her boyfriend. And she stops and looks at us and just goes, "Hi, guys." And I'm like, "Hi." She goes, "Hi, Austin." And she just turns and then walks away with her boyfriend. Didn't even seem pissed off at all. And I don't know, I just thought that was funny and a funny end to the story time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
It's getting serious, make a bitch delirious. Bitches on my dick, cause a boy so mysterious. That's a mystery, thoughts making history. Wrist keeps spinning like a fucking rotisserie. Got my wrist whipping, looking like a chef. Oregano, am I right?